We're in Lancaster County Court as prosecutors charge this man with child sex trafficking and enticement. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bill Shammer.
I'm Quinicia Fraser. Investigators say the 26-year-old posed as a high school student for months and had inappropriate contact with several underage girls.
KETV News Watch 7's Joey Safchek is live in Lincoln with what prosecutors and school officials are saying. Joey.
First of all, how does a 26-year-old stay in the school for 2 months without anybody noticing? Well, in the class they do attendance, and you look at this guy, he probably has a deep voice too, but you know, kids going through puberty, they do get a deep voice, so I don't know.
Bill, Quinicia, that adult man attended school for 54 days, and in that time, these court documents alleged he asked girls, some as young as 13 or 14, to engage in sexual activity with him.
This guy really have some psychological issues. To be 26 years old and pretend to be 16, 14, whatever, you got some real issues, for real. And the people in this school should all get fired for letting this guy roam around and endangering other people's children. Like, this is...
26-year-old Zachary Scheich in court Friday from his...
And that little strand of hair going down, it looks really stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
Jail cell in a jumpsuit. A very different look from what police describe as his disguise as a 17-year-old high school student.
I never thought twice about the kid.
Just walking in the halls like, well, a normal student.
Of course, he wasn't a normal classmate when he went by Zach Hess and pretended to be a high school junior, according to court documents.
It was a little bit surreal. Just had no idea that something like that could happen here.
Lincoln Public Schools and Lancaster prosecutors allege Scheich used all...
Kids aren't even safe in school because you gotta look out for damn people like this.
Lincoln police say a 26-year-old man enrolled in the public school system, and now he's charged with sexual assault and sex trafficking of a minor. I'm Julie Cornell.
I'm Rob McCartney. Zachary Scheich faces 3 felony charges, and the questions abound, like, how did this happen?
KETV News Watch 7's Bill Shammer's on the live desk with this breaking news update.
Julie, Rob, police say this afternoon they are still working to determine the scope of this case. We know this much. Zachary Scheich spent 54 days attending Lincoln Northwest and Lincoln Southeast high schools last year, masquerading as a student.
Mr. Scheich is approximately 5'4", 120 pounds.
So they finally got him. He had fake documentation, and they said the documentation looked real, so that's how he was able to make it into the school system. But you should be double checking everybody's documentation like they do it. I'm sure if he gave you his birth certificate and you searched it up, you probably wouldn't find him because it's not a real birth certificate. So how the fuck did y'all let this guy do all this, get other children without nobody knowing for 54 days?
And appears to have blended in with other students.
Oh, and he went to the school that he used to go. How the hell the teachers that used to teach you didn't recognize you? How did you go through all that without even being recognized by the teachers that was working there when you were there?
The 26-year-old allegedly went by the name Zach Hess when he attended classes with high school students. He spent last fall's semester at Lincoln Northwest, then transferred to Lincoln Southeast in January. We checked Southeast website, lists his name as a graduate of the high school in 2015. That's his yearbook photo. Police say a number of sources came forward with questions about Scheich, and a fraud investigation started on June 1st. He was arrested today in a Lincoln library. Police felt they needed to move quickly to prevent further victimization. The victims identified so far are all female. Police say he engaged with them by phone and computers, but they offered very few details about what Scheich may have done. So the question remains, how did a 26-year-old enroll in high school?
Exactly.
The head of LPS security didn't have many answers yet.
How don't you have any answers? That's the crazy part. No one knows how he did this. We all know it's fake documentation, but still, if he wasn't caught around this time, he would have kept transferring schools, and who knows how many kids he would have got to. Let me know what y'all thought about this disgusting guy. My dog is in heat. and he's going crazy.